Hello and welcome to BusyWorksBeats.com. Today I put a de-esser on the S to save your eardrums. Today we're going to go and focus on Logic Pro. I made a video about a couple days ago and it didn't turn out good because I recorded my entire face the entire time. It was just one big video of this, me up close with no makeup on. And what I'm going to do today is I'm an known FL Studio producer, but we're going to hop over to Logic Pro. And I'm going to show you how to make trap beats inside of Logic Pro just to switch it up. Now, I will say Logic Pro is way better stock sounds than FL Studio. It has way better mixing stock plugins than FL Studio. So we'll see what we create today. And let's hop over to Logic Pro. Let me double check this time so I don't record my face the entire time. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is add some instruments. So my voice is a little heated. Okay, turn it down a little bit. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is add instruments. Let's right click. And let's do a new software instrument track. And let's pick a sound. So if you go to Window, show musical typing, you can now use your QWERTY keyboard to play notes. Now this, you can't hear anything. This is on mute. Okay. Okay, so you can now type with your keyboard and play notes. You can now hit those ninth chords. Okay, so really clean starter sound. So the question is, what type of beat am I trying to make? Let's just make it like a trap type vibe. Let's go to mallet sounds and let's do marimba. Let's start here. We can always swap out the sound later. So this type of sound. Okay, so let's double click and figure out how to add some notes in here. Let's create MIDI region. Okay, let's left click to double click inside. Here we go. And I'm going to draw out the notes because I don't have a MIDI controller with me. So let's draw some notes. Let's start at C to keep it simple. You will get the project files for free. Click up here to do your left click thing on the left and the right click is on the right. I don't know. They created it this way. Or is it control click? Pardon me. Control click is on the right side. So now I'm hitting control to left click and add in notes. So let's just see what tempo we're at. Let's go to 144. Actually, let's do 132 BPM. So I just double clicked and changed it up top. And now let's set a loop region, just clicking up top there, set it to 2 bars for now. And let's just draw some stuff. So I believe we can do scale quantizing. So let's do C and let's do, what kind of scales do we have? We have Phrygian, we have minor blues. Do they have the hexatonic up in this piece? Let's do the minor scale, natural minor scale, and let's leave out the sixth. Okay, so I don't know what it did if it doesn't let me draw in the notes. Let me see. Oh, it quantizes. Okay, so I guess I would have to highlight it and then quantize. Okay, that's what it does. Okay, so that's only when I quantize will lock to the scale. So you still have to understand the C natural minor scale, which is whole, half, whole, whole, half, whole, whole. So it's just, I'll just go note by note. So it's whole, half, whole, half, whole, back to C. Okay, so I'm going to draw all these notes. It's a little tedious. One thing I will say, FL has the best piano roll. Out of all the DAWs, FL has the greatest piano roll. I'm trying to figure out how to detach this piano roll or make it bigger. And I can't seem to figure out the quick way to do that. So I'm just going to manually do this. Hopefully I don't sacrifice something. I just saw I got rid of something. Hopefully we'll bring that little something back. Okay, I don't know what I just got rid of. Okay, anyway, hit control. We're gonna left click to add notes on the right side. These are gonna be template notes. And I believe you hit control. No, you hit alt up to move notes up or down. It's hard to see the piano roll because the notes aren't labeled. Maybe this is something under the view tab. Note labels. Here we go. Okay, note labels. I don't see any notes labeled. Functions, set note color. I'd have to go through the settings to see if we could label each note, but so far I don't see the notes labeled. FL does that by default too, so I can't blame my ignorance. Okay, so it's this, boom. It's kind of hard to see from far away. That's why we need note labels, companies. Don't start with no notes because we don't know what the heck the note is looking sideways. It's impossible. Okay, so you have all these. We have whole, half, whole, whole, half, whole, whole. That's the natural minor scale. What we're going to do is use all those notes except the sixth. So it's first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. So let's get rid of this one right there. Delete that. So let's find it. which is right here. And let's just get rid of that. So now we're going to work in, let's try triplets. Now here, I'm going to change the snap to grid to 1 triplet of an 1/8 note and see what kind of results we get. Now it seems like the grid didn't change much. I hate the zoom. It's too fast. Let's do 1/16. I'm still not seeing the grid change, which maybe I have it on the wrong thing. This is what I mean. Like little stuff like this should not be the thing holding me up. But let's figure it out as a group. Let's go to snap to grid. I'm trying to figure out what else. Snap to grid, and how do you change the grid to triplets? We don't know. Let's figure it out. Okay, so let's make sure I'm zoomed all the way. All right, took 12 minutes to get here. We're getting somewhere. Instead, let's just make it simple, because I'm going to have to watch a tutorial on how to do triplets on this DAW. It's not very straightforward. I really hate the zoom in and zoom out. It is way too fast for me to figure out where the heck I am. Okay, so we're going to do 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, leave out the 6th, go to the 7th, then go back up. Now we're not going to make it that basic. Let's give it a little rhythm. That's why I tried to give it a 1/3 triplet type rhythm. This is really hard to make melodies and draw them in. I will say this is not the easiest DAW. Let's just leave it there for now and we'll go back to it, because that is a mind scratcher. Okay, let's grab this. So these are making me really appreciate FL Studio for what it is. To split, let's right click, hit split at playhead. Let's get rid of the excess. Okay, let's right click, let's duplicate this thing, let's copy, and let us paste. Control V, old fashioned Control C, Control V. We're gonna do that for 4 bars. Now I want that to sound different. I might use a 3rd-party plugin called Halftime to slow it down. Unless there's a way to render this some type of way. Let's see if there's another button. All right, I'm not gonna obsess about that. Oh, here it is. Here's what I'm looking for. So let's do the drop down. Let's do freeze mode. And how do we freeze it though? Let's figure this out. Export. Like these dolls need to get with the times. Here it is, bounce in place. That took me longer than I expected. Bounce. Okay, we have it bounced in place. Okay, now we have it as audio, but now I want to stretch this to be double the length. So I'm going to figure this on the fly. Let's click this little drop down and flex mode. We're going to put it on flex. I don't know, polyphonic. Okay. And then I'm going to grab the edge and it doesn't stretch. Okay. How do we make this double the length? This is where people would look up tutorials, but this stuff should be so straightforward. As far as modern production, this should be a button that we click. It should not be this deep dive on how to figure out how to do this. They need to hire me to figure out how to make their dolls better, because this is atrocious. Okay, let us transpose this bad boy down 3 semitones. Let's quantize it. Let's do 1/8. I don't know what it just did, but quantize the audio, I think. All right, so what else can we do with this thing? I want to make it longer, but I can't figure out how to do it. So since I can't figure that out, I'm not going to bore you to tears. Let's do under processing. Playback reverse. It didn't do anything. Playback reverse. That did nothing. Okay, what else? Struggle Fest. You guys get to see it in real time. Oh, reverse on. How does? Okay, that still didn't do anything. Whatever. All right, so let's add some drums. I do like their drum sequencer. So just right click, go to new software instrument. We're gonna go to electronic drum kit, go to the 808 kit. This will be a little more fluid. The other part was me trying to figure stuff out. Okay, click on your drums and we're gonna click the edit tool. We're gonna go to step sequencer, and here's where we're gonna add in our kicks and stuff. Let's drag this over to the left side. So it's similar to FL. There's a feature in here I really like with the hi-hats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's make these 32 steps long. Let's close this out because you might not be able to see because this thing is eating up my entire screen. But basically we're just making the steps longer and adding a snare on the 3 count. So if you can't count, turn your metronome on. 1, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's 3 in the 7 count. So I'm gonna go boom, 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 boom. Okay, so we're gonna start there, basic rhythm. Let's go to our hi-hats. Let's just left click and drag them all the way. Left click, drag it all the way out. So you see how I did a hi-hat roll by accident? Click the drop down on the left and go to where it says note repeat and click anywhere. So anywhere I have a snare, I'm gonna double click, just left click to make a roll. And you can left click to change the timing of it. That's what I like about Logic, it makes it super fast. And on the left side, you can left click, switch to start offset, and just nudge it up. This will delay the hi-hats a little to the right. Hi-hats are okay, a little tight to the grid. Just nudge them just a little bit. Okay, let's get these kicks sounding right. So this is what I mean by their stock plugins are really good. So let's go to the I button, click on your drum kit, turn on the compressor. We're not using it to compress the drum. So turn up your threshold to turn the compressor off. Ratio, just keep it 1:1. And you can turn your attack all the way up, release all the way up, or release down. Turn off any auto modes just to double check that you're not doing anything. Turn off the makeup gain by hitting Alt left click. Okay, now you have what's called the distortion tab you could use. We're gonna clip the drums, and the way you do this is you turn up your input gain and down your output. So soft distortion gives it like a saturated sound. Hard distortion, let's push it harder. Can't really tell. Hi-hats are a little like bright or something. Let's click the drop down arrow, go to our hi-hats, just turn them down in volume. Oh, you know what? There's too many of them. That's what it is. It's going. We just want every other one. So let's go back to our step sequencer and undo every other hi-hat. There we go. There we go. Now it's more of a bounce. It still sounds like basic sounds. Figure out if we have a better snare. I don't like that one. Remember, these are all stock sounds. We're not obsessing. Okay, let's just add a clap over to that snare. There we go. Turn the clap down a little bit. Click the drop down, find your clap. I wish I had learned how to do half time. I might pause the video just to figure out how to do halftime on this. I think it's worth it. Let me pause this video real quick. All right, shout out to this dude Michael. He showed me how to quick way to time stretch. Good, finally. Luckily it's an easy button, but it's a couple steps. So if you click on your thing, click this little icon up here. Okay, so it turns it into flex mode. I'm going to highlight this whole audio and just left click the edge up at the top and drag it to double the length. So if it's 4 bars, I'm going to drag it to 8 bars. This will slow down the BPM, slow down the sample. I might actually pause this to figure out how to reverse. Give me a sec. All right, after digging through the internet, what I'm going to do is make short videos on how to do all this stuff that I'm getting caught up on, because this is atrocious how hidden this is. So you click on your audio file, go to File, go to Functions, and then click Reverse. Why do you have to do all that to reverse the audio? I don't like it reversed, but the fact that it took me 10 minutes to do that is insane. Did I time stretch it wrong? I stretched it to 9 bars by accident. Oops. Let's try that function again. See if we like it now. Okay, let's go back. Doesn't sound that hard. So I'm switching up the modes, like the slicing modes or the flex modes, just to see if we get a different tone. I'm going to unreverse it though, because I don't like it reversed. Okay, let's loop this. Yeah, I feel bad for you guys on Logic. This is really not cool. Let's lock it by the bar. Make that super simple. As far as beat makers, now mixing and recording, I'm sure is super easy on here, but making beats is like pulling grass out of the grass. Okay, let's copy and paste these drums. My first actually, it's not my first Logic beat, but this is the first one I've done in a while. Okay, let me know if you want a series. Maybe I'll solve all the problems that I run into until we become beast level in Logic. Let's add another instrument. Let's new instrument track, and let's find instruments. Let's go to bass. Let's go to synth bass, actually synthesizer bass, and just go through some presets. Let's pull up the typing keyboard. Let's just try out some different sounds. Again, sound selection is way better than FL. I'm acting like I know how to play bass with this computer. Okay, let's hit record. Let's just record some notes. I done soloed the track. All right, so let's see what happened there. I don't know what happened right there. See, in FL, you could just play your keyboard. It doesn't interfere with other stuff. Apparently, you got to keep this window open. And I can't hear anything. Let's hit record. Let's go back to the beginning. Let's hit record. I know that bottom note's wrong, but it's all good. I'll fix it. Okay, so let's fix that bottom note. Double click inside the bass. Pull up this editor thing. So I'm going to highlight all these notes and hit Alt up to move the note. It should be boom. So it's an Alt down. I forgot I transposed the loop, so we're not in C minor anymore. Okay, so these sounds are clearly clipping. Let's turn stuff down. Okay, so we need to quantize these notes. Let's hit Control A, quantize it to the 16th. Hopefully this fixes the timing. It should be done. I don't know how I picked this note. It's hard to hear in these lower octaves. There we go. Okay, so let's mangle this marimba until it sounds way different. Let's click on this marimba. I'm going to add another instrument. The marimba just sounds very basic. Let's add some delay. And here's where we get fancy. I like a lot of their mixing plugins. Just adds a nice bounce. Let's add an EQ, cut out the lows. I think these buses are preset the reverb, so I'm gonna turn this up. Now I want the melody to kind of be off the grid a little bit. I'm gonna hit Alt right to nudge the audio. Can't tell if it did anything. I'm pretty sure it did, but let's double check. So I gotta zoom all the way in, go all the way back to the beginning. Yeah, see how it's off the grid a little bit? As I hit Alt right, it nudges it left to right. So that just adds a little more bounce. So we're getting somewhere. A lot of steps to get here, but let's start turning stuff down. Stuff is way too loud because I have a limiter on. Let's go individually into the drums and turn stuff up or down. Let's go inside this hi-hat. Let me see if I could double click on it, make it a little bit shorter. So we're gonna click on the close hi-hat, see if I can fade this out to make it shorter. There we go. Let me see if I can make this hi-hat roll longer. That just makes it sound weird. I'm gonna undo that. Worth a try though. So I know our kick is super loud. I'm gonna add a compressor to the master bus, mix bus. And where we at here? Compressor. Because I want to run it through another clipper before it hits the limiter. So let me do this real quick. I like the way you can quickly edit. Okay, so let's run this to a clipper. Actually, I like the soft distortion a little bit better. It's just, this DAW sounds really clean and pristine. I would have to dig and try to figure out how to make it sound more dirty. Okay. Let me delay the hi-hats just a little bit more. Let's delay this kick a little bit. Using that time offset. Start offset. Okay, let's see what else we could add. We need some kind of melodic thing, so let's add a new software instrument. Let's go to Vintage Mellotron. Let's try the flute. Now this would be so much easier with the keyboard, but I'm not using the keyboard. Let's go up an octave. That was cool. Oop, I don't know what I just did. Okay, you got to be careful when you exit that musical typing. Let me just record, add little stuff in here. You can never get it the second time. There we go. Right at the end, I got it perfect. Okay, so let's just delete all this other stuff. Turn this down. Also, let me double click, see if we can make this more legato sounding. It sounds monophonic, but not legato. I don't see any quick things about it. Okay, so it needs maybe some chords. Let's add some more instruments. Let's add a piano. Let's do just a grand piano. Now this one I'm going to draw in the notes. Let's create a MIDI region. Just double click. See if I can make this bigger. Grabbing that edge, just making this 8 bars. So I forgot what key we're in because we transposed. I want to say -3 from C minor. So we're in 1, 2, 3. Should be where we are. So this piano sounds clean. Again, the piano roll is not good in my opinion. In Logic Pro, they just need to bite FL, just steal all our stuff, because this is not the coolest piano roll. Okay, let's change the snap to grid. Let's do 1/8. I just need the visuals on here to be different, and it's not clear how to make it different. Let's go to View, Global Tracks, Transpose. Boom. I'm not seeing where to change like the snap to grid to like the visual piano roll, because all these little notes look like too many notes. Let me try one more thing. One more thing. That didn't do anything. All right, whatever. Let's go back to the beginning. Okay, so what is this? A. Let's add another A down here. I want to go dun, dun, dun. Let's hit Control C, Control V. You have to Control V at the playhead, which is kind of annoying. Dun. I like the fact that you can preview as you move the notes, though. Now the question is, do we want to go up or down? Let's go down. Let's copy these notes. Control C. Control V. Dun, dun, dun. It'd be so much easier to just play this. Gotta do what you gotta do. Control V. Dun. Bum, bum. I don't think this DAW is made for click-in producers. There we go, back. Let's copy this. Control C, Control V. Now we got to write chords on top. It's gonna be. This might take a little. Now usually I have the kick follow the chord progression. We definitely want the same thing in the second half. So now let's write some chords. We're in the minor scale. Let me see if there's a quick way. I don't know. But I do like at the top when you play chords, it tells you the chord type right here when you play it. Like if I play this, it tells me it's a D minor 7th. I like that feature, but you still have to know music theory in my opinion. Now I don't know if they have chord stamps on all this. Not going to get into every feature about everything. Okay, apparently if you click this button, it locks it to the scale, I want to say. Okay, so that's okay. So it collapses the note, so it locks it to the scale. But still, you can only use what you use, so that's not helpful. Okay. Let's try harmonizing these bad boys. Harmonizing on here sucks. I'm not even gonna bother drawing in chords. This will drive me insane. Piano roll is not good. just got to figure out how to make the drums different. Like how to make one different than the other one. I don't know how to do that. So we're just going to clone or duplicate if there is an ability to do it. I don't know. That's not clear. I should be able to right click, duplicate. What is the issue? Who makes these dolls? I'm complaining about something I don't know how to do. I just hit Control D to duplicate. Just drag this down. So I'm just changing up the drum rhythm. Drums could be better. I just don't feel like doing the micro steps to make all these little changes. To be honest with y'all, this beat is just, it's not the beat, it's the doll. It's making me so frustrated about small little things. It's making me want to stop the beat. So I can make another beat. This is only day one. If you want to see this series, NFL Studio producer, try new dolls. Let me know in the comments below. FL for life. This should show me how much FL is the best doll in the world. Subscribe if you're new. Peace.